Greetings folks, new shoe day. This time it's not a running shoe, but a new hiking boot. So I've wore the grips off my last pair. This is the Merrell Moab Speed 2 Thermo Mid-Length Men's Walking Boots. It's not an expensive boot, and I think the RRP is about £179, but there are some good deals out there. So if you like this boot, do a bit of a Google and you might find them for around the £110, £120 mark. Mine, UK size 11, weigh in at 547 grams, so that's quite light for a mid-length walking boot. And the upper is constructed like a suede leather. It's waterproof. It's a waterproof shoe. It's also got ripstop nylon added to the cover to give a bit more durability, because sometimes for me I'm always catching my toes and I eventually tear the boots. They've got a good toe bumper on the front here, so if you do catch your toes, you're not going to hurt them too much. They're a traditional lacing system, so eyes down below, then hooks up above, make them easy to put on and off if you need to. It's got a nice strong pull on the tongue and the back, so it'll help get them on and off. The tongue design, I think the supplier calls a bellows tongue, so there's no gaps down the side here, so it helps keep debris out, because you know when you get a little bit of grit in, it feels like you were bouldering your shoe. So that's really good. They are designed for snowy and cold conditions to help you keep warm. So we've got a good level of insulation. The midsole on these, it's Merrell's signature Float Pro foam to help provide like a durable light shoe with a good level of comfort. I've got a PU footbed inside, again to help with that comfort, because if you're spending a day out in the mountains, you need to be comfortable. The outsole, it's Vibram, similar to quite a few of the trainers I've got. This is Vibram's Ice Trek, which provides improved grip in wintry conditions such as light snow and ice. For heavier snow, I would still go with some crampons or some spikes, but I reckon this outsole provides a good level of grip. And it's also got the Vibram traction lugs as well to help in all sorts of conditions out there. So folks, that's my new shoe. So the only thing now is to go out and give it a try in the mountains. Let's get there.
So we come back down this way? Yeah?
Yeah, we're doing a bit of a loop, but you do come down this way.
Oh, those are the tops. No, that way.
Good place to test out these new boots, these Merrell Moab Speed 2s in the Northern Fells today. Give them a good bash out, see how they perform. Had spikes deployed because it's a sheet of ice up here. We're sliding all over. It's amazing the difference they make. Looking to hit 3 Wainwrights a day: Barrow, Causey Pike and Outside. Tony. Bit ice. And it just comes straight down there. Rather steep, but a rather rapid descent. Right, now I've been out a couple of times in these. Let's have a bit of a recap and see what I thought of them. I've had a couple of hikes out in them in the Lakeland Fells, getting high up in a mixture of conditions. We've had snow, ice, mud, you know, we've been on shale, rock, so we've had a good testing out. A total of about 6 hours out there across a couple of walks, so that's enough to give, I think, a first evaluation of them. What I'll start off with is what I liked about them. These are a budget-friendly boot. They're not cheap, so they're not the naff cheap ones, but they're a good beginner's boot. If you're going to go out in the fells, you don't know what to get, you don't want to be paying £300 per pair of boots, they're a good starting point. The grip, this Vibram sole, it proved sufficient, in fact good. It's got a good grip that cope with most conditions, and I'm talking about mud, wet grass, shingle, rock, that sort of thing. I would say they were sufficiently waterproof. I didn't have any water ingress at all, and we're currently in January, so in the middle of winter. And they're a warm boot as well. I thought they were reasonably warm because they are sold as the Merrell Moab Speed 2 Thermo Mid. So they're supposed to be a warm boot, and I agreed with that. What I didn't like about them is they will take a little breaking in. You know, some boots, especially the high-end boots, me Scarpas and that, they were comfortable out of the box. These have started to break in now after about 6 hours walking. They're taking a little bit of breaking in. And to tell the truth, these laces are naff. They're just absolutely hopeless. I would say, if you can, replace them to a decent lace, a decent boot lace. And although the grip's good and chunky, it wasn't good in the icy conditions we had. I don't know whether you've seen that, but we had to go for spikes. But I don't think any boot would have been good because a lot of people were struggling that day. So without spikes, I think most boots would have struggled. So I can't really hold that together. In summary, what I'd say, it's a decent, budget-friendly shoe that handles most terrain. Most of the terrain I'm doing, I'm going to lakes, Snowdonia, up into Scotland, so high fells, British type mountains and stuff. I'd say avoid the cheaper boots as they're less likely to do the job, and these do a good job in the market they're aimed at. As I say, I'd definitely swap the laces out. Don't expect these to be as comfortable or perform as well as the high £300 sort of area of boots. But overall, they're a decent boot and I will use them. So for me, that's what I thought of the Merrell Moab Speed 2 Thermo Mid. So until next time, catch you later folks.